Have you ever wanted to be a float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Do you know how to get away with murder? Do you hate your life and want to leave it all behind for a year? All this and more on this week's Hypothetically Speaking.
Okay, here's a shot out of a cannon.
Hypothetically speaking.
Oprah, Barbara Walters, your wife. You gotta fuck one, marry one, kill one. Go! Answer the man!
All right, welcome to this week's episode of Hypothetically Speaking. This is only our second episode. I am this week's host, Greg, and I am joined, as always, by my three co-hosts. We got Zane.
All aboard the Zane train.
We got Sean.
Hey-o!
And we got Kyle.
I don't do catchphrases.
I don't think anyone did a catchphrase.
Well,
I'm pretty sure those were both catchphrases.
I don't want mine to be like a hey-o, so.
I want to add in a train sound after what Zane said.
I could probably make that happen.
All right, so like I said, this is only our second episode. We have made some updates and changes to the show since the first episode. We've added some games. We're going to debut some of them tonight. We're going to go through 4 hypotheticals. The first one's going to go to our main man, Sean.
Hey there.
Sean, would you like to start things off?
I certainly would. Now, what I got here is just I want to tell you, it's just your standard, what would you rather do? All right, now this is
Commonly known as a would you rather.
Alternatively known as a would you rather situation, as we are known for. So
That's copywritten. We don't want to.
Oh, I'm sorry. What would you prefer? So it's real simple. It's literally 3 words. Would you rather be inflatable or moldable? So would you rather be an inflatable person, or would you rather be able to be molded into other shapes? Let the questions begin.
I have a question right away.
Yes, Greg.
Is the size the same of my body right now? Like inflatable, moldable, same size?
Well, when you are inflated, you're going to get bigger. Like a balloon.
Well, right. But fully inflated, am I the size I am now?
When you're inflated?
When I'm inflated. Yeah, when I'm fully inflated. How big am I?
No, you're going to get
So
bigger.
you're actually increasing in size.
You're increasing in size. Whatever, I mean, we are various sized people. You're going to be bigger.
That was beautiful, Sean.
And you might be smaller when you're molded.
Are there any limits to how big I can be inflated?
I don't think you can pop. I'll give you that. You're not going to pop. So
You don't think so, but this has never been tested.
No. Well, no, you are the first inflatable person. I don't think you can pop. We're not going to test the limits. I think it would hurt before you'd be like, no, that's too much. Like, stop inflating me, bro. And then
If you put enough air in someone, they're gonna pop.
exactly. We can definitely
It's just physics.
yeah. So
How is it air that's inflating me?
we can inflate you with anything you want. I mean, if you want to, if it's air, imagine what happens. You're just like a balloon. All right. So if you put air into a balloon, you're going to just kind of dawdle around floor level. You're going to be a sad balloon. And then, but if we can put helium in you,
So I can float away.
and you'll float away, and it would be great.
That's terrifying. How do we get Greg down?
Well, of course, Zane, as we know, we tie strings to balloons to hang on to them as they
No,
fly higher. So
no. I've lost so many balloons and cried so many times when I was a child.
Well,
I can't let Greg.
we can anchor him to something.
That's so sweet.
That's too risky. I don't like that.
But imagine just being able to just float up there.
Do I get my own yearly spot in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
You certainly could. I mean, if you are the...
I could? Do I or don't I? I need to know.
You do. Okay, you do.
Thank God. Well, this is a big time. I've watched that since I was a little kid. That'd be a great honor.
What's your... What float would you be accompanied with?
Would you
come
Greg
before
float.
Snoopy? Oh, okay. You're just your own.
My
Your
own float.
special.
And if you were a float, I'd let you be with me if you chose that as well. We could
Like
we
Snoopy
could float
and
together.
Woodstock.
Exactly.
So when you're inflated, can you like move around still? Can you like bend your arms, or are you just kind of like really stiff?
I'm going to reference something. I'm going to say, if anyone can remember Space Jam, when they had to reinflate Newman from Seinfeld, when Wayne Knight got flattened by one of the Monstars, and they reinflated him, he was kind of, like, he did kind of have small flaily arms. I'm not going to say your arms get all that much shorter. You'll still have some movement, but it's not.
You're not giving any
lot.
hugs.
You're not giving any hugs. You're going to be much more rotund. You're going to be a round person.
Almost a complete circle.
Almost. More egg-shaped.
So, from the sounds of things, then my main drive to be inflatable would be to be in a parade.
Or to float around in general.
You're just kind of floating around.
Yeah, what's the there's like nothing good that can come of this.
I mean, you could. I'm going to say something. I'm going to say, imagine attaching some little tiny motors to your body while you're floating, and you can be like a little drone, and you could just fly through the air. I mean, you could really make this work for you. This is not just like, hey, I'm just going to float in one spot tethered to a post. I'm going to, I'm going to put some motors on me. I'm going to fly around. I'm going to be like a hot air balloon.
So the only benefit of this is floating. But if I'm moldable, I feel like the sky's the limit, not to mix analogies.
Oh, no, please. Now, that's the thing. We haven't really explored moldable yet, so...
Yeah, I have a question about that. Can I mold myself? Like, are we talking like Mr. Fantastic? I can like go under doors and shit like that? Or...
you're not quite Mr. Fantastic level moldable. It's more like other people might have to mold you.
Am I like a Stretch Armstrong?
You are more like a Stretch Armstrong rather than a Mr. Fantastic, yes.
Okay.
So you might need some friends to help you.
It's going to be a problem. I don't have that many friends.
You have us.
Ain't that
you have
true?
us, Kyle. We would mold you. We would mold you into whatever you wanted.
Do I
that's sweet.
maintain rigidity when I'm molded into something?
You're kind of
So
like...
for example, could I mold like a key into like a key door?
Ooh.
And would that work? Or if I turn it, is it going to get smushed and stuck in the keyhole and lock me into this room forever?
Great question. Great question. I think, yes, you can maintain a certain level of rigidity while you are molded. You can take certain shapes.
I can pick locks.
You might be able to pick locks. But it's a risk. It's risk. It's all about mental. It's all about
Again, these are things I need to know.
It's all about mental fortitude. If you're good at being molded and you can keep
see.
yourself molded
Okay.
and rigid, keep yourself rigid, Greg. And you can pick locks. Okay.
So if it's all about the will, is it like the Green Lantern sort of thing where you have to have like super concentration to have your constructs stay put? Anyone?
I would say there is a certain level of mental awareness that you need to have. Yes. So yeah, Greg, it is like Green Lantern. Whatever.
Hey, come on now. Everyone knows this.
Do they?
I have another question about the moldability. Is it like Play-Doh where I can essentially break it into two different pieces and have two separate Seans?
No.
No separation.
You are not breakable because you still are. So in that way, I guess you are more like a Mr. Fantastic. You do have to remain one cohesive person, but you're not like Play-Doh, more like Silly Putty. Even though you can break them.
If you were to take like a roller, could you roll me flat like a pizza dough?
Oh yeah. Oh, we can roll you flat. And we're gonna, if you choose.
If I'm flat like a pizza, then how do I get myself back together if I don't have any like limbs to reassemble myself?
Mental fortitude, baby.
Okay.
Zany,
Once again,
you just
Green Lantern.
you gotta will, if you really can do it, you can do it. You can bring yourself back into Zane form.
What if I'm having like an off day and I get hit by a truck, but it's okay because I'm Silly Putty, but I'm feeling like really tired.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like stuck like a puddle in the road.
Then hopefully someone's got a pizza paddle to scrape you off the road. Because then they're gonna have to take you home.
Look, Ma, I'm roadkill. Can I monetize this? Can I make these into businesses? Like, if I'm inflatable, can I start a hot air balloon thing where I'm just taking people for rides?
Yeah. I mean, already you're going to be you've got a spot in the Macy's Day Parade.
Now I'm making money.
Yeah, you could be the first Macy's Day balloon float thing that could make money. This could be a trend. Talk shows. You could always get on the circuit.
Floating talk shows.
Well, I mean, the talk shows themselves don't have to be in a floating area. You can be on the ground, like in a normal studio setting.
I could cause them to have the first floating talk show, though.
One thing I really like is that no one is asking, how do you get inflated?
I did.
No.
You said air. You said helium. You said whatever I
you
wanted.
said what
you mean,
material.
Is somebody straight up pumping me?
Yeah, like
with like a bike pump?
Exactly.
Where's the hole?
Or what? How? Like,
where's the hole?
Where do they connect?
Yeah,
no one's asked that yet. I love that no one's
hole?
asked like this main thing. Where are we pumping you up from?
I think it's because we all know where the hole is.
Exactly. Both places that you would think.
My nose and my ear?
No. I mean, those are all in your head region. And then
my
there's
other ear, my other nose.
Yes, also known as your butt.
Of course.
So,
Also known as a nostril, Greg. You only have one nose.
Well,
and try like hooking something up to your nose. Like it's going to pop out. There's no like sealant around there.
I'm pretty sure it's going to pop out my ass, too.
I was going to say, I don't have any sealant in
No,
there.
the thing is, this is a stipulation. Now, I know no one asked, but I have to put this out there before you guys make any decisions. And we're getting on our mark here. So, all right, you can be inflated through your mouth, but that's risky. You might lose your air. Your butt is far more secure because you can plug it. And you can stop it from escaping. So that's the way, if you're floating around, that's how you keep floating. It's important to note.
Is it painful to be flattened out if I'm like the moldable guy? Is it painful to mold myself?
Just as if you were to be inflated too far, if you are stretched too far, it might hurt a bit.
There's a lot of unanswered questions here from all these questions we've asked.
It's going, it's personal strength, like it's personal flexibility here. I mean, like you'll know when you're being stretched too far.
I have two important questions.
Okay,
one about each scenario.
All right,
if we may.
Yes, go ahead.
You guys know those like balloon fetish videos?
Of course.
You mean of people sitting on balloons and popping them?
Like popping, but also I was specifically thinking of that video where the guy gets inside a giant balloon and kind of just is like inside and all the pressure's down on him. I was just wondering, can I inflate like Kyle, for example, enough so I can climb inside him for my own pleasure?
Okay, that is a great question.
I am very curious as well.
Would you want to inflate Kyle to the point that you can get inside him? I think we can all agree that that's a yes. We do. We want that. Now the question is, does Kyle want us to inflate him to the point that we can all get inside him? I mean, it might hurt a bit. It might be a little uncomfortable. That's a lot of inflation.
Wait, so the world is...
We're talking about a very large Kyle that has a lot of air inside him, and we also have to keep him...
And a lot of Zane.
As much Zane as he can handle. We all have to keep him inflated, so there's a lot of pressure in there.
Yeah.
To keep him inflated.
If I choose inflated, not only can I be inflated, but I can inflate other people? Is this what we're saying?
Now that's a superpower.
That's what that sounds like to me.
No, it's not like you can just pass on your powers. You just have to. You are the inflatable person. You can't just inflate other people. You would kill them. You would pop
that would be
them.
Splendid. That would be amazing.
Well, yeah, that would be great, but that's not the situation at hand. Zane, you had another question on the.
Oh yeah, about the molding. What if you, Sean, are moldable and you, Greg, are moldable? Could I take both of you and twist you together? And so you're both like tangled in each other? Would I create a Sean, Greg hybrid? Like,
Sort of
I know
like
you said
twins.
I know you said we can't break each other apart, but can I mix people together?
Once again, my question. So if you choose moldable, other people are moldable? Like, so why does Zane have these powers if I choose moldable? Now he can mold me? I don't get this.
Okay. I don't know if we're clear on the whole, like, are you making someone else moldable?
No, I just find two moldable people.
Yeah, I mean, there are other people
By
who might be
happenstance.
moldable.
Right.
Yeah, like this might be a thing in our universe. Like, they're just moldable and inflatable people. You could
Can
put
I ask-
like a very bouncy and moldable person and bounce him inside of an inflatable person because you molded him into a ball. So then you just like throw him inside
Oh.
like bouncy balls.
I do have another question about the moldable that it's been bothering me the whole time, and I think could be the decision maker here.
All right.
Obviously, with the inflatable, you're inflating everything, so I assume that would include the genitals. But at the same time, there's not much you can do because you're just bouncing around. But when you're moldable, could you use like some of your body mass and direct it to other parts of your body?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm going
Thinking about rigidity here.
yeah.
Yes, and considering rigidity as well as a factor.
Directly considering rigidity as well as mass allocation. Yeah, you can allocate mass to any part. I mean, you do have that luxury. So if you got some belly area that you want to maybe push south, you can do that. Yes.
All right.
You
I
can
can increase the size of my penis, is what you're saying.
There we go.
Precisely.
Finally.
Sold.
Yeah.
This is what we were
Yeah.
talking
I know my
about. Okay.
answer.
Yes, you may. Rigidity, no, though.
Oh.
What?
So you lose it's just always flaccid if you increase the size whatsoever?
It's just you're changing the nature of the penis. I mean, I don't know if you can. I mean, you have to think about blood flow to the area.
I thought this was a whole will thing. If I can will a really erect, hard erection, then I have a really erect, hard erection.
All right,
Yeah.
Good point by Greg. Yes, you can maintain rigidity, and yes, you can make your penis larger and as hard as you want. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
This has gotten out of your control, Sean. I think we've taken this topic and run with it.
All right, so we have reached our conclusion. Greg, Zane, Kyle, weigh in. What do you choose? What have we decided on?
Big dick all day.
All right,
Go
so
moldable.
Moldable.
Yep.
Zane, I defer to you. What would you choose?
I mean, it seems like moldable is the clear answer. If I'm like in jail, I can just break out of jail. Like that scene in X-Men where that bad guy he's captured by Magneto and he's just like
Goes through the bars
Yeah.
and then melts.
yeah,
Fish
that's
guy.
what I'm thinking of. But if I'm moldable and Kyle's inflatable, best of both worlds.
Okay.
I think we're getting somewhere. Yeah.
I'm going inflatable all the way. I need to be in that Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. It's been a childhood dream of mine. I'm going to make a lot of money off the side business. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a good time.
I'm going to side with Greg on this one. I definitely would say inflatable because I would attach tiny. It's the key to flying. I mean, I might have to pump myself up with helium, but if I can fly around calmly, silently through the hilltops, I would do that. So
Beautiful.
it's an even split.
So serene.
We're 50-50 on this one, so we could have a lot of fun with that. Cool.
All right.
I think it would.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next question. We're going to go to Zany Poo. Zany Poo, you are going to introduce our first game of the show. Would you like to tell us all how this is going to work? Because I believe this was your own idea, too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll try to. Maybe you guys can help me out as I go along. But this topic is called To the Lowest Bidder. And the way it works is I'm going to propose a hypothetical situation. And it's going to work like a reverse auction kind of thing where I'm going to say a number and you guys try to go as low as you can and show the world just how despicable you really are.
Not too hard.
Should be pretty easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my question is, this is to the lowest bidder. How much would it take for you to have to be trapped in your previous self for an entire year and watch your life?
Okay. Hold on. So is this presuming I have died? And
No.
now, okay. Good thing I asked.
Have you guys seen Being John Malkovich?
Yeah.
No.
Not all of it.
So essentially what happens in the movie, I'm not going to ruin it because it's a great movie, but
You should totally ruin it.
well, I mean, the plot is pretty, it's in the name, where someone gets trapped into, he goes through a door in the world, and all of a sudden he sees through the eyes of John Malkovich, and he's essentially like, he has no control. He's like in a movie theater, essentially, just watching the screen, and the screen is the eyes of the person that he's inside, and he's stuck there.
Okay, how long am I stuck there?
A year.
And in this situation, it would be a year.
And it's my previous self?
Yeah.
It's not John
right.
Malkovich.
No, it is yourself
Oh, boy.
at an earlier date.
Oh, at an earlier date, not
So you
a
can
previous
say,
life.
no.
Oh.
This is your current life, just years ago or months ago or.
Can we
Okay.
choose the date?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. You can choose the date.
Okay.
Do we have any control over what happens, or are we just like we're just watching with just having the same things happen again and just experiencing them all over again?
You're just watching everything happen, same way it exactly happened, however long ago.
Oh, shit.
Hmm.
Wow. So, if I wanted to go back to freshman year with the first day I ever met Greg, and I wanted to change that, and I wanted to say, no, I don't want this. I can't change it. I just have
Strong
to watch.
decision.
I just have to watch that year unfold.
Yeah, the horror will have to happen.
Oh
all over
my.
again.
Yeah.
You'll just be screaming the whole time. You're like, get out of there, you fool!
What are you doing? Oh my god. Wow.
So could I even do like infant? Like could I experience a baby with an adult
Oh my-
consciousness?
ooh.
Yes, you can, but I mean, again, you'd have no control over what
Okay.
little baby Greg is doing.
Can I tell people that I've done this? Like so I go back for a year, do I come back to my current day self?
You'd come back to your current day self a year from when you started going into the person
Can I talk
or to
about
yourself.
Can I talk about that experience? Like can I write a book?
Yeah, sure. I mean, good luck convincing people, but go ahead.
I got one. Can I
Fair point.
bring a camera I'm stepping into essentially a movie theater. Can I bring like a camcorder in and record what I'm seeing and be like, hey, this is what I got?
And then sell it
So-
on the street for $5.
Well,
Yeah.
no one would buy. I mean,
Okay.
but be like, hey, I got this.
Yeah. If you can do that, if you can have a year's worth of camera and hard drive space and power to
Ooh.
bring with you, then yeah, go for it.
Okay,
Wait,
so I
it's-
can bring some
it's-
resources with me. All right.
It's not just my consciousness like actually in the body. I'm like out of body watching this on like a screen.
Your physical body is essentially there.
And my conscious, like me right now, and I'm
Right.
thinking about it. I'm observing my past, my own past.
Say
oh my
you're
God.
essentially you're walking into a small room the size of one of the rooms that we're in now, and there's a single seat. The whole room is dark except for a large screen in front of you.
So I could be seeing what I saw as a baby that I don't remember, or just
I mean,
things
yeah,
from when
for-
I was
for-
a kid. No,
For
can
better
I
or for worse, Sean?
can I stagger that? Can I be like, I want to fast forward?
No,
Oh, so it has to be a solid year block.
solid block.
Ooh,
And you're watching every minute. There's no sleeping or anything. You're there.
good question.
Or when you
That is a good
sleep,
question.
does the body sleep and then you sleep? Because I guess there's not much to see.
Or are you in such an ethereal plane that you don't need to sleep? That you can just like, you're awake the whole time.
Yeah, that is a good question. I'm going to say that your eyes can wander. You can even go to sleep, but the movie essentially will stop and it'll pause. So if you look away for a second, it'll pause for a second, and only when you look back will it start again. So
Oh, okay.
no matter what, you're going to be watching this thing for a full year.
So I don't have to be afraid of taking a snooze.
You can take a snooze, but you got another 364 days left.
Oh, Jesus. Do I age in this theater?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Shit.
a year,
It will
a year in this place is a year off my, like, I'm going to be 1 year old. I mean, that's not a lot, but
Yeah, you will be losing a year of your life, 2 years.
are people going to miss me?
Yeah, where are my friends and family gonna
Yeah, are
think
they
I've
aware
gone?
that we're missing? Yeah.
Yeah, they're aware that you're missing, and they have no idea where you are.
Sean just broke his entire home.
No, I didn't. It's fine. Continue.
It doesn't look like it's fine. Wait, what was that? What did we just ask? I was too distracted by Sean's Hulk-like rampage.
If people were aware that we were gone for the year.
Oh, yeah.
They
So
are.
for me to be able to do this, I'm putting my friends and family through hell. Like, after a year, people are going to give up on you. They're going to move on.
You will be pronounced dead.
You can tell everyone that you're going away for a year. You probably don't want to tell them that you're going away into your own mind for a year because they won't believe you.
Can I show them the door? Be like, I believe it's this door right here. I'm about to walk right
No,
through
you
it.
can show them the video that you took because you took a video because you could take the camcorder with you
Right.
and take a
Yeah, but if you show them the door, they won't. It'll just be like an empty room to them.
Are my friends and family going to try to have an intervention with me because they thought I've lost my mind and I'm trying to run away for a year? Is this going to cause a lot of shit before I leave?
Probably.
Really? But wait, what if you show them the video? Like you bring your phone with you and you're recording.
Once you get back.
Yeah, Greg is talking about beforehand, how to convince people that you're going to be okay for a year.
Oh. So
Yeah,
this I feel like this is just like a spontaneous thing that happens. Like it comes about and like you have to go now. Like, do you have time to prepare for this, or is it just like the door appears and you have to go now and you have no time to explain? You're just going to be gone for a year.
Yeah, I'm going to say you have 24 hours to prepare.
Oh.
To gather your video equipment, Sean, if you want.
Okay.
To say your goodbyes.
That makes a difference, I think.
I think so too.
That makes
Because
a huge difference.
If you can prove, Greg, where you've been, that's a good reason. I mean, you're going to be showing people videos of you if you choose, like, when you're a baby, when you can't remember things. You know, you're going to show them this video and they're going to be like, geez, where have you... My God, I can't believe it. You have this footage. And where did it come from?
From the Upside Down. I've been in the Upside Down for a year.
Yeah, but no monsters.
No Demogorgons?
No 11.
You don't know what I've been through. You don't know my past. Maybe I want to go back to the monster year. I had a year, dealt with a lot of monsters. Gonna go back to that year.
So it sounds like you guys are all on board, from what I can gather. But what I want to know is who's willing to do this for the least amount of money?
Oh, well, since this is a money-based question, I just have a couple more financially based questions. Because this will deal all of my bills. My bills, do I have to pay rent? Are all these bills piling up and I have to pay them all when I get back? What's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, this is real life. So if you're going to need to deal with all that before you go.
See, this is what I needed to know. All right, I'll start us off with a bid. I think I don't know. Realistically, if I'm being honest, I'm saying $100,000.
Really?
Wow.
You would.
Well, I would need at least $100,000 because first of all, that's a lot more money than I make right now. So that's a few years. I'm gonna lose my job because I'm gonna be gone for a year. So I'm gonna have to have some money when I get back till I get a new job. And I think if I'm taking all my video shit with me and everything like that, I'm gonna make a lot of money off the story. Maybe I'll remember some stuff from back then that's gonna really help me today be a more successful person. I'll be able to monetize this experience.
That's a good point.
So that's my bid. $100,000 going once.
Yeah.
I have actually one more question. Just bone of contention here. There are certain points of my life that there are varying degrees of money that I would be willing to go back to. I mean, if we're talking when I was a baby, I might pay more to go and see my baby years. If we go to middle school, I don't want to pay to see that.
We're not paying. We're getting paid, right?
Yeah, well, getting paid. I mean, I might not...
You get to choose that, though. So
I guess
it'd
I
be
would
like
want to
whatever
be...
you're...
Yeah, that's true. So I guess I would I want to be paid more to go back to my middle school years to, like, you have to relive the shittiest years of your life? Therefore, we'll pay you more to relive that?
Probably.
Oh.
Well, you get to choose wherever you go, so you're
That's
obviously
true.
going to want to go to the best.
Right. If you go back to when you're a baby, that might be just incredibly boring. You're just sitting in a cradle all day, having your dad wipe your ass.
No, but you could observe your parents back when they were young. Like, very interesting. That would be interesting. No, okay. I'm gonna go in. No, I would.
So you're
go,
saying you want to be there while your mother's breastfeeding you?
Not
Is
at
that
all.
what this is all
Not at
going
all.
to?
I'm going around my first memory. I'm going around the year.
What is your first memory, Sean?
I don't really remember. So probably around the traditional like age 5 to 6. I think 5 or 6 years old is your first memory. So I would say I'm gonna go around that time period. And whoa boy.
So what's your bid?
I'm bidding just a modest 60,000.
Wow.
Undercut.
I'm undercut. I don't need a lot to go back to that. I would do 60,000. That's like that would get me by.
Can you beat that, Kyle?
I don't know. I mean, like Greg said, I feel like I would have to get at least as much as I would make in a year. Otherwise, I'm taking a hit to do this, right?
Right.
So you got to do that. On top of that, like he said, you're def going to lose your job. So you have to have a little bit of cushion.
Cushion for the pushing.
A little bit of cushion for the pushing.
Like Greg said, think of all the monetization possibilities that you could benefit from this when you do come back.
True. I'm going to say I would bid $59,000. No, I'm just kidding.
$1.
You son of a bitch.
Shit. The only thing that worries me is I don't think my life's all that much interesting that anybody's going to want to pay to see it. At least not enough to make me rich.
I don't think they'd be so much interested in what you did back then, but the experience of you watching what you did back then.
Well, no.
That's where
I
the
don't
money
know if my
is.
commentary on my whole life would be all that interesting either.
I beg to differ.
This was
If
the
we
third time I've jacked off today, and it's just I don't think there's that much to see.
I beg to differ. There are years that we could go back that I would pay to spend a year with all of us back a few years ago.
That's true. People might pay to see Fred Fest from that point of view.
God.
That'd be a good time.
Damn it. This is hard because I could.
Come on, Kyle. The people are waiting.
I'm saying. Shit. I would probably do it for 70.
So I get it.
So not lower than Sean.
Not lower than Sean. I'm not as shameless as Sean is.
So I would take the biggest hit to go and do this. I might go back to honestly, I might go back to 2014, our last year at college. That would be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
There you go, Sean. You're the winner.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that's our first game. That's our first Hypothetically Speaking game. We're going to move on to our third question of the night from Kyle. Kyle, what
Yes.
do you have? Tell us what you got. Show me
Okay.
what you got.
All right. I got one. But if it's too dark or incriminating, feel free to cut it out and I'll move on to the next one. What would be the best way to kill someone and get away with it?
Okay.
All right.
Now, this is something I've thought about for years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
I'm just kidding.
Got a lot of material then.
But
Is that-
really.
Is that too dark?
So, wait. No, that's fine. What?
Good.
Say it one more time.
If you were going to murder somebody, how would you do it? And what would be the best way to get away with it? So, how would you do it?
What if I don't want to get away with it?
No, but you do. That's the thing.
I feel like
that's a part of the
Okay,
question. So
Well, okay.
considering that you're a moral person and not a terrible
Well.
person. Well, I mean, so you're not talking about being Greg Rude. We're talking about a moral person. What would you do? How would you do it?
Now, so I get to choose who I'm going to kill?
Sure.
Sure. Sweet. Thanks
Might
for
as
that. I
Kill who you
appreciate you affording me that. Okay, cool.
Of course.
I'm not forced to kill anyone I don't want to. That's
no.
a
Kill
sigh
whoever.
of a relief. Thank God. Okay. I mean, does anyone even know any better solution than the Breaking Bad? I'm gonna boil you in acid and then get rid of the acid somehow.
That's instantly where my mind went.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's say acid's not a factor. Because
acid's not a factor?
We're not
a factor.
Because we don't have the availability. We can't. Knowing us, does anyone here have...
I can get some acid.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you want some acid.
I got some acid.
Home Depot's right across the street. We're fine. We got this.
Yeah, like one tub of acid.
So we can't... So no acid. That's not... We're not breaking bad.
Yeah, let's cut it out because Walter White's just too smart.
Cut that shit out, guys. Come on.
So does this solution have to be purely based on our ineptitude of murder right here? Like, we can't go based off of a movie or a TV show. We have to do it based on our instincts of how we would think we would get away with a murder.
I would say whatever you feel is actually tangible. Like, like you said, we don't actually have access to acid most likely, so you probably wouldn't be able to use acid.
Exactly.
But with the resources you have at your disposal now.
So there's going to be a lot of shovels and holes.
Probably a lot of shovels.
And
I think right away you gotta make it look like an accident. That's the only way you get over the hurdle of wondering where that person went to.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So you gotta make it look like an accident.
I always want it to be like some intricate plot of people I know that I can call in to get rid of them, but I know that's not going to happen.
Like John Wick?
Yeah, like I'm just going to call...
To clean up the body.
Yeah, I need a cleaning.
You need a dinner reservation.
Yes.
For 12. I mean, I would totally make it look like an accident. I'd probably make it look like a work-related accident.
So someone dropped a couch on someone?
Exactly. Not my work. Not my work. The person, whoever I'm killing's work. I'd have to make it look like a work-related accident and not one of my coworkers. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I've been silent here because I actually do know the way to do this.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
So they're in Yellowstone National Park, which is in the state of Wyoming. There's actually a section like a few miles wide that juts into Idaho. But since the laws that were created for the Yellowstone Park were created in the state of Wyoming, and I think the jut that goes into Idaho like kind of developed just because that happened over the years. No one intentionally did that.
This is all fascinating.
That section of Idaho is not considered part of the park because it's in Idaho and not in Wyoming. So I think there was actually an article on Vice News about this, about how, I mean, legally, there's no law in that one section because if you, for example, if you killed someone in this section of Idaho, people would claim that you're in the park, but since the park is only in the state of Wyoming, it would just go back and forth forever.
It's like a Schrodinger's cat situation.
Sure.
In what way?
Because you're there and you're not there at the same time. You're in Wyoming, you're not in Wyoming, you're in Idaho, you're not in Idaho. It's exactly a Schrodinger's cat situation. You're both at the same time. That's what that is. That's what a Schrodinger's cat is. Alive and dead at the same time. That's what you are in these areas. You're in that state and you're not in that state at the same time. That's why the laws don't obtain to you. Am I understanding that correctly?
That's my understanding. And Yellowstone is fraught with danger, so I could just push someone off a cliff or bash someone off with a rock over the head. That's not the hard part.
You could push them into Old Faithful.
Right, yeah. The hard part is just getting someone into the section.
So I'm wondering, that's the thing, is this person that I'm killing close to me? Are they a person that I've come to hate over a period of time that I just need to kill them?
Kyle said we get to choose who we kill.
Anybody I want.
It's your choice. Anyone you think you could get access to. Like, you're probably not going to kill the president.
This is like us admitting that we want to kill people. Like,
we don't have to name any names necessarily.
No, I know.
Well, Zane's going for ease already. With this whole
ease. He has to fly them all the way out to Yellowstone. It's
well, that's what I'm
easy.
saying. The easy thing is getting this area where the laws don't pertain to you. So who's going to come with you to Yellowstone? A buddy. He's going to ask one of us to go camping with him, and next thing you know, we're getting pushed off the cliffs in Idaho or Wyoming or wherever the hell it is.
I would fly to the nearest third world country to find someone. I would.
What?
Why is that,
I would
Sean?
go.
That is
Please go
fucked
into
up.
that.
No, I'm just saying.
what?
No, I would go like the Hannibal Lecter at the end of Silence of the Lambs approach, where it's like you are in a place that you are untouchable by U.S. laws, and you just go. You fly there. You find a friend you're going to have for lunch, and you say, you know, I'm untouchable by any real jurisdiction here. And you can, there are pickpockets and cutthroats everywhere. I think you can easily get away with.
So it's less about there being brown people and more about there not being in the United States.
Yeah, it's less about brown, more about laws.
Not white. Yeah. Okay.
Although
Or,
it sounds
yeah.
like you're going to these places to find someone to kill also. So are you saying that you're not killing someone out of spite, but you're just going to kill someone randomly for
Well,
pleasure?
that's what we haven't established. Is like either I'm
That
killing.
is fucked up, Sean.
That is just too much.
I'm trying to establish. Are we? I mean, Jesus, is it someone who's here in the U.S. and there's someone I know, or am I just? If I know them and I
That's up
have
to
a
you.
reason to kill them, that's one thing, and that makes it a little more difficult because I would have motive.
Well, that's exactly why you get to choose. So you
Exactly.
But
If
then
you-
I have to
if
choose,
you-
like, am I just killing to kill someone, or am I killing
Apparently,
to
because
like...
non-Americans aren't as good as you, Sean.
That's not why. I'm just doing it
Sean's like
apparently because I want to get away with it. So if I just want to go to kill for the sake of killing, I'll just join the army. Or is that too political?
Sean, if I might ask, just as an aside, off air, who'd you vote for?
Oh my god. I wrote
and
myself
going into the
in.
army is only furthering you going to kill more brown people. So I don't know what
Yeah,
you're trying to
that's
say
true. There are
there.
a lot of brown people there. All right, we're getting too into
But
the
this
whole.
is a-
Like,
but-
I'm talking.
This is a world where we have to kill someone. And we have to kill someone. And so we have to figure out how we're going to do it and how we're going to get away with it. So you have to kill someone, and you're choosing to not spill royal American blood and go across the ocean and go to some third world country because, no one's going to miss them. That's what you think, Sean, right? Am I understanding that?
Yes, that's right. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there are two ways to come at this question. It's like, oh, there's someone I really, really hate. Let me get them out of everybody's lives, and then we'll get away with it. Or you could go Sean's route, where you're like, if I'm going to kill someone,
It's gonna
I'm
be
going to
just
kill
some
someone
random.
just some random dude I can definitely get away with. So there's no real motive other than him just wanting to kill somebody
And just wanting to get away with it.
and
I'm
wanting to
good-
be able to get away with it.
All right, so I was
gonna-
unclear on the motive aspect of the whole thing. I didn't know if we were just.
I was too until now, but now
I'm definitely going after someone I think the world would be better without, and I'm going to make it look like an accident.
So Sean, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've dug myself into a hole on this one. Yes.
I listened to this podcast. This guy's talking about killing a lot of brown people. I think it'd be best for everyone involved.
I
to
was
just
not
make
the
them
one who
disappear.
brought up Brown.
All right. So, Zane, how would you do it? Oh, you're going to do the Wyoming,
Yellowstone.
Indiana thing?
In Idaho, yes.
Yeah. Indiana, Idaho.
And I'm bringing Sean with me. Just because we want to go on vacation together. No other reason. He's just a good friend.
Yeah.
All right, then. So, I believe that brings us to our final hypothetical. This game is called Who Would I Choose? I'm going to propose a hypothetical question with my own answer in mind. I know my answer to this question. And you guys are going to have to ask me questions about the situation, about the people I've decided to choose for the situation to figure out what my answer is. And after, I'm going to put a time limit on this because I imagine I don't have very much faith in any of you because, you guys are you. So if it
Naturally.
goes on for far too long, none of you are winners, and that'll be that.
Acceptable.
So, let me see here. All right, I'm going to be starring in this summer's blockbuster movie. I get to choose my director, and I get to choose my co-star. Whom do I choose?
So we're actually guessing two different things.
Yes, you have to, who do I choose? So, I'm going to be starring in this summer's blockbuster movie, blockbuster action flick. I get to choose the director, and I get to choose my co-star. Who did I choose?
I feel like
Jesus.
this is so easy.
Well, you gotta ask me questions because you don't even know what kind of what's gonna be the topic of the movie. All of these play into my choices.
If I guess it right off the bat, do I win automatically?
That would be I'd have to dock you points. You'd lose the game automatically, and we'd have to silence you for the rest of the round.
I do think we should hear Zane's input first, but you
But I
hold
will
off.
not-
You hold off on verifying until the end.
Okay, that's fair. I think young Greg loves a good superhero movie. If I know one thing about Greg, it's he loves superheroes.
That's one thing about Greg.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to pick an action superhero movie that's going to be kind of action-based, intense, kind of funny sometimes, kind of sad sometimes, but mostly focused on action. So I think that means it's going to bring his co-star down to someone either that's really hot or that's, really hot that happens to be a man that Greg wants to hang out with.
Naturally.
Secretly.
Who said it's a man? Did you ask if it's going to be a man? You didn't ask.
No, but that's the thing. Zane thinks he knows.
You think it's going to be a male?
So he doesn't get to ask any more questions after this.
Oh, I might change my my questions based on what you guys figure out more.
Okay.
So it's up to Kyle and I.
All right, hit me with some questions.
All right. So, assuming that it's the summer's big blockbuster, I'm assuming that it's assumed to probably make hundreds of millions of dollars in ticket
Of
sales.
course. It's starring me. Of course it
Naturally.
is.
So then I would assume that some directors are probably out of the pool who wouldn't typically do something like that.
I have all the control in this situation. Whatever
Wow.
director I say gets to be in
Jesus
it.
Christ. Okay,
Yeah.
well, then in that case, I think I know what the director's going to be.
I don't believe...
Are
okay,
you
well,
the-
Maybe. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe.
You only get one guess, so you better
Are
have
you-
all the information.
Are you
Okay.
part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yes, sure. Why not?
Oh, wow.
The movie I make will be
I
part of
can't
that.
imagine a single superhero who you would be. Like, who are you? You're not Black Panther.
So it is a superhero movie.
Sure.
You're nowhere near Thor.
I think you guys are getting too hung up on the movie I'm making and not who is going to be directing.
That's true, because it's just so out there that we would imagine you in an actual movie. But
I know.
so
Hypothetically speaking, though.
all right. So, I'm sorry. I'm thinking too literally right now.
Let me live in my fantasy.
Has the director made a superhero movie previously? Or is this the first time?
Almost. No.
Almost. Oh. Okay. All right. I think I got it. Well,
Damn it.
I don't know. Yeah.
That was the
and
wrong.
this person
that was a
partially
bad
worked
answer.
in the. Okay.
I think you're the only one who got it from that clue though.
I
Zane.
think I might have actually.
Well, Zane sucks.
So is your co-star a male? Did we say that?
Yes.
It is a male.
Mm-hmm.
Have they previously been in superhero movies?
Has the male previously been in a superhero movie? Yes. Oh, I love that dead silence. It's some good silence. That's some hard thinking silence.
Is your co-star a fairly big name?
Yes. Very big. Very big.
Okay.
Oh, it's huge.
Huge. Is the
Huge.
character they play strictly under Marvel/Disney's control, or is there another studio that's involved with licensing?
I don't know if that makes a whole big of a difference.
It
But
would,
for the sake,
potentially.
it's all under. I don't trust anyone but Marvel with my superhero movies, so it's all under
Okay.
their guys. Kevin Feige is the only one I trust to make a good superhero movie these days.
Okay, so we're ruling out someone like Deadpool or Spider-Man who also are under some control from other studios then. In that sense, in that vein.
Sure.
Okay. Because it is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
But once again, the movie doesn't matter too much. It's who's going to be acting with me and directing it.
Well, that's what I mean, because this actor, because you said he's been a superhero previously, right?
Yes. But, so you were wondering if he's been in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, you're the actor that you're going to be working with. He was previously a superhero, right? Or
Yeah.
no?
Yes, he was. And
Okay.
the previous superhero he played was not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That was my
Okay.
bad for misunderstanding the question.
It's cool. I probably did too. Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
I have a question that I think is going to narrow things right on down.
Okay, let's hear it.
Has the director acted before?
Oh, shit.
Is the director also an actor, is what I'm asking.
I don't
Good
think
question.
so. I really don't think so, but if he did, it would only be a cameo.
Okay.
I don't think he has, though. As of my knowledge, no, but it wouldn't surprise me if he's done a cameo before.
So that I had two names in mind, and that makes both of them go away now.
Good. Sean, you haven't asked a question in a while.
No, I know. I've been thinking a lot.
You know, it's I love to hear you think, but questions
It's
are
funny
better.
because you can't hear me think.
Oh, is that,
That's
is
the
that
whole
what's funny?
thing.
That's the thing. Come on, guys, you suck at this.
I've got one. So this actor, the superhero that he played previously, was the movie successful?
Very.
Or was it a flop? Very successful.
Very successful.
And it wasn't in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
There's so many. This is just very open-ended.
Do. This is why you have to ask questions. You don't ask questions, it's going to remain open-ended. You make me yell, Sean, and I don't like it.
No, okay.
Just play the game.
Did I already ask if the director had worked on superhero movies before? Did I already ask? Oh, no, he almost did. That's right. Duh. Okay.
He almost did.
Which
Which is a huge clue. It's
Yeah.
a huge clue.
Is the director American?
No.
That's what I thought. Okay. I've got the director, I think.
Zane, do you think you know the director?
No, I don't.
Ah, you guys suck. Well, then ask some more questions. You only have a few more minutes till I give Kyle the opportunity to win.
Okay. So have I seen any of this director's work?
You've seen one of their movies, and you've been meaning to see the rest.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the actor American?
Yes. The actor is very American.
Very
American.
It's not a Captain America.
More
reference.
American than you previously thought.
You just ask questions about the person. Have you ever played Guess Who? Have you ever played the game Guess Who, Sean?
I'm trying
Did
to.
you have a childhood?
It's not about who they look like. I don't know what half these.
They could.
It's like, do they have
What
red
they look
hair?
like.
Are they a red hair
No,
director?
they don't.
Do they wear
don't.
glasses,
Neither one of
Greg?
them.
It's like Guess Who, right?
Yeah. Come on. You're getting there.
Have they ever won an Oscar?
I don't think so. But there was rumors that one of his movies was going to get nominated this year. I'm being very more direct with my answers because you guys suck at this game.
Were they in a syndicated television show?
The actor?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Oh, shit. I think I've got them both.
God damn it. I just want to hear what Kyle has to say at this point.
Hold on a sec. No, I don't think I've got the actor. I still got the director, but not the actor. Shit.
I'll give you a clue because you are so bad and can't even think of questions to ask. The director has directed a very famous trilogy.
Yeah, I've got the director for sure.
Oh, okay. I think I do too. Wait, no, I don't.
Oh my god. Do you guys even know me? Come on.
What genre is the movie that this actor was in this year?
This superhero.
It was a superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wait a minute.
And the director directed a famous trilogy.
Yes. And almost directed a superhero movie. And famously pulled out years later.
I think I've got both.
Oh, shit.
Yep, I'm pretty sure I do.
See, that's what I do. I wait and I listen.
Kyle's so much better at this game than both of you.
Yeah, well, you and Kyle have that weird comic book thing. You guys both...
Yeah, I'm not a nerd. Sorry.
Yeah.
man.
I pay attention to real
guys-
stuff.
You got too caught up in the type of movie I'm making. You got to think about the person. What type of movies does the guy direct? What type of, is it a funny actor? Is he handsome? Does he have a beautiful wife?
Stop giving it all away, Greg. Let me win this.
I think we give up, Greg, but I have guesses. How does this work?
Sure. Well, I'll let you. Okay, go ahead and guess, Zane. We'll go to Kyle last because Kyle definitely has the director.
Don't say
Probably
whether
the
or not
actor.
it's right, though, until we've all gone, because that could be
Yeah.
interesting. Otherwise, we're
Yeah.
all just going to shut down. Yeah.
For sure.
So can I walk you through my thought process here, or
Of
should I
course,
just say my?
I'd love to hear it.
So at first I thought it was Zack Snyder because you love him so much.
Fucking, that's the worst guess you could have ever guessed.
and then I thought it was Kevin Smith because
Good
he said
guess.
he almost directed a superhero movie, and I think he almost did Superman back in the day.
He did, yeah.
And he almost did one recently, so yeah.
And then I think you said the guy was hot, so I was like, okay, maybe it was Ben Affleck, but he's an actor too. And so I finally landed on Christopher Nolan, but I'm not sure because
Are you going with Christopher Nolan?
I think Christopher Nolan is where I'm landing for the director.
Okay. What about your actor?
Right off the bat, my guess is Ryan Reynolds because you just can't get enough of that guy.
Okay.
Who can?
And then you started talking about this actor's hot wife, which also fits with Ryan Reynolds. But then that made me think Chris Pratt because Anna Faris is banging.
Is she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
She
I just
definitely
wasn't
used
sure.
to be.
She's very small.
She's,
I'm saying Chris Pratt and Christopher Nolan.
Sean, speak to me.
This has been very hard.
I could tell.
I remember hearing about the director that pulled out at one point, and I just can't place him. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm going to say Joss Whedon. And then I guess my answer was also Chris Pratt. But I'm just going to go with Chris Pratt.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer. I just got...
Kyle, bring it on home, baby.
I believe it is Edgar Wright and Ryan Reynolds.
Ding, 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 ding,
Boom,
ding.
boom, boom, boom.
Damn it!
Kyle.
You almost
Kyle.
had me with the Deadpool thing, but then I realized he was Green Lantern too. You sneaky son of a bitch. But yeah, okay.
Who the hell is Edgar Wright?
He did the
Who the hell is
Cornetto
Edgar
trilogy,
Wright? Oh
like
my
Shaun of the
God.
Dead and Hot Fuzz, and yeah, he was gonna do Ant-Man, but pulled out after like 5 years. And
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Gotcha.
That's who... Yeah.
Because you've seen Shaun of the Dead, and I've asked you if you've seen Hot Fuzz, and you've said you've meant to. So
You're right.
Well
I'm
played,
always
well
right, baby.
played.
That was fun. That was a good one.
Damn it.
That was a lot of fun. I like that. That was a good
Yeah.
time. I like watching you squirm. There's lots of squirming. For the listeners, none of us are in the same room. We're in different states. We're in different rooms. So we're doing this all over Skype. So I'm just looking at everyone on little boxes. That was a lot of fun, though.
I like that.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Hypothetically Speaking. Thanks for all of you listeners out there. It's been a great time. You can catch us. I think we have Twitters. I think we've put our faces on some books. And eventually we're going to tube pages that flip constantly and look like, movies. I think that's what they're called. We're on all those things. And I think we're going to mix some clouds to get this out there. You can check us out on Mixcloud. Just look for Hypothetically Speaking. We haven't really figured that out yet, so just Google that. You'll find it. Thanks for listening, and good night.